And we're singing. We're singing. Time to talk. Beauty and the Bitch.
Okay, look, can we just get into it? Can we just get into it already, Morgie?
Let's dive deep.
Okay, so here's the thing. Sarah Pants.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
You exist, okay?
here.
Welcome.
You're on the podcast.
Yeah.
We're excited, okay? But I've got a thing I'm driving towards right now, so we're going to get back to you, Sarah Pants.
Okay.
Okay, so, Morgan, this is important. Our friendship is built around...
Lies. Oh, sorry. What were you going to
Okay,
say?
well, that's actually sadly so true. That is so apropos. I'm touched in my heart.
We're just going to have to write a long book about that.
Yes, we will, and we'll be rich. Marry, fuck, kill.
Oh.
T-Rex. Velociraptor.
Oh, God.
Jeff Goldblum. Go.
I'm definitely going to marry Jeff Goldblum because I have to be with him forever because he's amazing and ridiculous.
And strangely sexy.
So
we'll
I have
get
to
back to
fuck
that.
or kill Velociraptor or T-Rex. T-Rex ain't got no hands for foreplay.
Good point.
So I'm going to fuck that Velociraptor because also... he goes fast, quick, it's hard, it's scary, there's a lot happening there. And also, he's, like, closer to my size, so I'm not, like, quite as intimidated. And I'm gonna kill a T-Rex, because also that's dope as fuck, right?
Yes!
I killed a T-Rex.
That's an achievement on Xbox Live, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, for
mean,
sure.
I don't know,
It
but I
probably
just
unlocks,
imagine.
like, a silver glove packet that means nothing.
Yeah, exactly, which is all the
Yeah.
Xbox prizes. Yeah.
Did I pass? Did I pass? Did I pass?
No, you fell. We're no longer friends. Welcome back, my friend, to another episode of Beauty and the Bitch. I'm Mick.
And I am Morgan.
And who else is here?
And this is Sarah.
It's Sarah. I'm
It's
here.
Sarah Fans. Sarah, this is your second time on the podcast.
Yeah, because all the
Repeat
fans wrote in, they called in,
guest.
they emailed in demanding I come back.
I love it. You can do that sound. Whack, whack, whack.
Yeah, so needless to say, Mick has had a few alcoholic beverages.
What is she talking about?
Just talking about all that wine you drank when
It
we
was
were getting ready for
whiskey,
the
actually.
podcast.
Why are you trying to feminize me? I'm butch as hell.
Okay,
You're
well,
holding
I
a wine
mean,
glass right now.
yeah.
We're glad that you're back, Sarah. Pants.
Cheers. Welcome back. You are our second ever repeat guest. And in
Who was
our...
the first?
Andrew, I'm so
Oh, this
sorry.
is so
He knows a lot
cool.
about, like, comic books.
He does.
And there's a lot of
He's a
comic
nice
books.
guy.
Yeah, he's all right.
Also,
And
he
you're-
has that confidence that you all wish you could
that
achieve.
Jewish confidence.
I think it's that PhD confidence, to
Well,
be frank.
yeah.
Oh.
Dr. Friedenthal. But we're not here to talk about that fool.
No.
Fuck him. We're
Sarah,
going to
you
talk about
brought that up. We're
Sarah.
trying to talk about you right now. Stop deflecting.
So thank you for coming back. Do you remember what your first episode was?
Stranger Things.
Oh, damn, because I
Yeah.
legit forgot.
That was a good episode, too. We were passionate
Solid
and
topic.
opinionated, which is rare for us.
Yeah, we're usually just like staunchly boring and normal.
I usually take a nap when we hang out.
Yeah.
It's really relaxing.
It is.
And we do your taxes.
Good God, no.
Republican accountant friends.
Yeah.
Everyone needs those.
Oh, God, yeah. I did legitimately ask Sarah around tax season if she thought that you did your taxes, like when taxes were done. And she said that she thought that you did. And I was like, I hope so.
You're sweet to check up on me, but
Yeah, but I didn't ask you
I do my
directly.
taxes months ahead of time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on top of that
I'm
shit.
so proud.
I still haven't got my tax return though.
Oh, girl. You know what I had done is I thought I filed my tax return. I did it months in advance, and I was like, where's my tax return? And then I went back and looked on TurboTax, and it was like literally one button I didn't click, and it was like,
Oh, that's the worst.
So do you have to go to federal prison now?
I mean, not for that, but I will.
Okay, I'll write
will
you.
be incarcerated.
I'll
yeah.
write you.
Yeah,
I'll send you a
package.
package with
But
a
you
knife
still
in
haven't
it.
gotten your money?
No, I still haven't gotten my return. And it
That's
says on
weird.
the TurboTax website that it was accepted. So
Oh, okay.
my question is, where's my money?
Did you put in, like, for it to go directly into your bank account?
Mhm, direct deposit.
That is so strange.
I know it.
Because I
makes
got
me very
mine, like,
upset.
a week later.
What
It
the
was
hell is
crazy
going
fast.
on?
Whoa.
Maybe I'm being audited.
You
They
should
didn't tell me.
inquire.
I should inquire.
You should
Who do I talk to?
The government.
Great. I'm going to go up to the state
Government
capitol
at
and stand outside with a sign.
.edu. Yeah.
You're useless.
Or
To
just
me.
like
Just to me.
ask Quora. You know Quora, the website where you ask questions
Yeah.
from, and ask them where your tax return is.
I don't
Dear
think you want me
Quora.
to be a successful adult. I think you're trying to trip me up so you can save me.
Well, speaking of tripping people up,
Yeah.
we got some questions for you,
Uh-oh.
Sarah.
You better gird your loins, bitch. We're coming for you. Second time's gonna be the last.
Like, because we're gonna kill her?
No, we're just not going to invite her back. She does so bad on these questions.
Oh, that's likely.
Yeah.
That tracks. Oh my gosh, she looks so sad. I feel bad now.
Nah, I'm immune. I don't give a shit.
Oh, my emotions. Okay, so Sarah, we are here today to talk about Jurassic Park, and your boobs are awfully close to the microphone. I don't know. I just feel like people should understand that. So we're here today to talk about Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Not the dumbest title ever to come out of anything. I mean, even Jurassic Park 3 was like probably a better title than whatever this is.
Well, we'll get into this. We will return, but the problem is they keep reusing words for the titles. But we'll get back to that. Yeah. That's the big problem here.
Is the third one going to be like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom actually the kingdom's fine, we're back.
Right? Jurassic Park 6. Maybe. Yeah.
It's definitely happening. Okay, so Sarah, since we're talking about dinosaurs today, we thought we would start you out with a simple question. What is your favorite dinosaur and why?
You guys already know the answer.
Nuh-uh.
And the answer is a triceratops, because I love a triceratops.
Oh, snap!
See what we did here? The
She
land
likes
before time.
herself.
I like myself. And they've got the 3 pointy heads. And Sarah from Land Before Time.
I feel like those are all
Yes.
really good
We're
reasons.
soul sisters.
You know, Sarah from the Land Before Time is bossy, impetuous, rude, full of
said
herself.
we're soul sisters. Everyone knows what she likes. I don't know why you're trying to call me out right now.
And also surprisingly sweet and kind.
Oh,
See?
and reliable.
We're also defensive.
It's true.
Oh my god. Not to get sidetracked because we do have more questions, but like if we were other characters in the Land Before Time, like
Yes.
I don't remember all them. I remember like Ducky and Littlefoot.
You're definitely Ducky.
But he's the stupid one.
He's the adorable, funny one. Are you
He's
kidding me?
isn't he
Everyone
a she
wants
also?
to be Ducky.
Oh
Yeah,
my
That's
you're
like everyone's
you're definitely
favorite.
Ducky. I'm definitely Littlefoot. Sarah's definitely Sarah.
And who are the other people? There's
Who
like
cares?
some other-
They're the auxiliaries.
Petrie.
we don't.
Oh yeah.
I've met some Petries, but we don't have a Petrie.
Who's
I
the
don't think.
one that's the hammer? Not the hammer. It's like the you
Spike.
know. Thank you.
Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus is Spike.
He's a stegosaurus?
No.
Oh, he's just so little. No.
He's just a baby. I
He's
think.
got a face
He's just a
thing.
baby, but he's got the armor and the tail.
Oh, he's an ankylosaurus. Is he an ankylosaurus?
Sure, I
Does
don't
he
know.
have a big club at the end?
Yes.
So I think it's okay.
He does.
He's a stegosaurus, yeah. Or no,
Why do you know
ankylosaurus.
that?
Because I know dinosaurs. I genuinely like dinosaurs, which is a good segue into question number 2.
Okay.
Sarah Pants, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate dinosaurs?
I'm gonna give him a full 10.
It's a good choice.
Now,
Yeah.
see, that's interesting because it's like you've never seen Jurassic Park. 'Cause you give them a full 10, but they are going to rip your throat out.
That's
Oh.
why I'm giving him a full 10. They defeat us.
Well, and that's speciest, Morgan, because I
It's
can't just tell
speciest.
you, those are just a few isolated dinosaurs brought back to life via human technology and
What
evil
about, do you
and
not
thirst for
remember
profit.
the brontosaurs on the field?
So sweet,
just
he
hanging
sneezed on
out?
your face.
Yeah, they're real fucking cute. I'm not saying they won't accidentally step on someone. They might cause
It was an
some
accident.
Oh,
unkind
so
shit.
do you rate elephants less than a 10 just because they might step on you?
I cannot believe you're even coming for elephants right now.
I'm coming for you via elephants, bitch.
Whoa.
This got so offensive so fast.
Dinosaurs are a very important topic.
Okay, so what would you rate them, Mickey?
I would give them a solid 9
Okay.
Why less than a 10?
because they're dead.
And that is a problem. That is a legitimate issue.
It is a problem.
I'm gonna go probably hot take on this because I actually also love dinosaurs and have very fond memories of being obsessed with them and like checking out books from the library to learn more. But I think I'm gonna give dinosaurs like a 7 because they're like really, really cool and there's so much to learn about them. But like at the same time, they're really scary because they're so unknown. And I feel you that like not all dinosaurs are coming for you, like hashtag not all dinosaurs. But at the same time, if I try to imagine myself in like a prehistoric or like a Jurassic, which is not the correct time frame world, where I live with these dinosaurs, I'd be just like scared all the time.
I mean, you'd be dead.
Oh, for
Yeah, you would
sure.
die. We would all die. The 3 of us, I'm sorry.
Hella
We might be
dead.
able to survive in some apocalyptic scenarios, but time travel sent to the time of dinosaurs, us 3, we are dead.
Unlikely, yeah.
Maybe we go to the mountains. become mountain people.
No, because then you got the mountain dinosaurs.
I don't know of any.
Well, like the
Sloposaurus. Girl, watch out for her.
Oh, girl.
I immediately pictured a dinosaur just like riding down the slides of the mountain.
That's
You're
even
right.
just
No, it's
as
just claws and
accurate.
teeth, bitch. Just claws and teeth coming at you.
Okay, so dinosaurs are great and sometimes horrifying, as we have detailed here. But Jurassic Park has this hallmark of creating like dino hybrids, right? So Jurassic World, the latest reboot before this one that's about to come out, had the like some bullshit like the Omnisaurus Rex or whatever, and it was like T-Rex meets like 50 other things, and he's super powerful.
And a frog. You met
A
frog.
cuttlefish.
Right? Yeah.
Cuttlefish,
So what would be like your ideal dino hybrid? Even if you don't know the names, like Mick does, because he's brilliant, apparently.
Oh, I only know those 3. You're sweet, though.
You may have given me some warning, and I may have thought about this already. And hear me out. Triceratops looks with a pterodactyl, but it looks just like a tiny triceratops with wings, and it flies around.
Oh, yes.
Right? How cute!
That snaps for that. That's very cute.
Because
yeah.
it's not necessarily vicious, and it has like all the cute factors.
And it's an herbivore, yeah.
Oh, girl.
And it eats the bugs that, like give you diseases, so it's important for the
Very
ecosystem.
cute. They had huge mosquitoes back then.
Oh, Lord, that's one reason we'd be dead immediately.
Girl. I wouldn't
Malaria
I would trip
everywhere.
over a fern and break my neck. I don't even need dinosaurs to be in the picture.
Farnosaurus.
Yeah. Old Furnosaurus
Gotcha.
coming at you.
Got you, girl.
Which ones would you mix, Morgie?
God, I feel like you can't even follow that up with like
I know
a
it's
thing.
really good.
But
guys.
that one dinosaur that you were talking about that's friends with like the dinosaurs from Land 4 Time who has like the head thing. Right? He's got like a flat.
The Ankylosaurus?
Yeah, you're calling him Spike, and to be honest, I don't know. It's
Spike's,
the same thing.
Spike's his name, which is why I thought he was a Stegosaurus all this time.
I'm pretty positive his name is Spike. I feel really solid.
It's
about
definitely
that.
Spike.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm thinking of a dinosaur that walks on 2 legs.
Oh.
And he's got like short-ish hands, but not like T-Rex situation. And he's got this like flat face with like this swoop top.
Oh! I know
it
what you're
comes up.
talking
It's like a
about.
swoop top.
Oh, and the
Yeah,
swoop
and
top
then he
lets
gets,
him
like,
go.
wide.
Yes. So like one of those motherfuckers maybe meets.
Is that Platosaurus?
I don't know that
Oh,
about dinosaurs.
that's intriguing. So maybe like if
I don't know.
he meets like I don't know, like one of those tiny ones that spits venom at you. So he has like, but maybe he didn't inherit the venom. He just inherited the cool thing that like fans out. So then he could just walk around like his fucking Cher or something,
Yeah.
right? Like he's like, hello, I'm here and I look really cool.
Does he screech still?
Yeah, but
I
in
really
like a
like the
cute
screech.
way. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You feel
Is
me.
it, "Wah!"
Can he scream?
Fabulous.
I think he should scream his own name like a Pokemon. So you have to name him. And then every time he does this thing, he'll scream his name. So.
Yeah, like
Brachiopontosauropa!
exactly.
I got nothing.
Yeah, that was good though.
That was a good try, though. That was a good try. You know what I would mix? I can tell you are really interested to know.
I've been
Okay, go
dying to know.
I want a super soldier, which is a completely unique idea that wasn't the same idea that was said every 10 minutes in this last Jurassic World. I want a super soldier dinosaur, so I'm going to mix together a velociraptor and that little spitty one with the collar who kills Newman in the original Jurassic Park.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to ride him into battle, and they will call me Mother of Velociraptor Poison Spitters.
Whoa,
Sounds
that's some
dangerous.
I feel like the
fucking
name
shit.
could use a little bit of work, but I love the concept.
Yeah, we'll have to work that.
I'm picturing you on the raptor
Because
right
of
now.
your enthusiasm,
Beautiful
my
scars
army...
flowing in the wind.
Yes, mini scarves.
Yeah,
yes,
mini
and
colors.
braids with scarves braided into the braids.
This is getting better. Ooh, I made just
Yes.
like a splash of glitter.
A splash? Why are you trying to downgrade me? Glitter skin.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. I'm not seeing it anymore.
To be honest, would not be shocked if this was already the plot for Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, just kidding, we're fine.
No, it is. This is the segue, right?
Yeah, seriously. Okay, so obviously we think there are some ridiculous things about the new wave of Jurassic Park situations, but I thought we could just take a few moments to reminisce on where Jurassic Park came from and why we love it so much and why it has made the new Jurassic Park series a commercial success, right? There's so much nostalgia there.
Sarah Pants, you have watched Jurassic Park recently. Somewhat recently. Yeah. When you rewatched it as an adult, more or less, body-wise, if not mind-wise, how did you feel about it coming back to it?
I still felt really solid about it. I was afraid the special effects would ruin it, but not at all. I mean,
they did so much practical effects that it doesn't look cheesy. I mean, there are some things that obviously look cheesy, but as a whole, it holds up.
Can I just say really fast, I hope I don't ruin something y'all were planning earlier. I totally forgot till the rewatch that, are they the raptors that are like hunting them down at the end and they're in the kitchen? You're talking about?
That scene is solid.
In my memory, they were just like, like sniffing around like animals do, sniffing out their prey. But like rewatching it, they're totally like creeping around and very smart and human-like and pushing over pans and like.
Oh yeah, Queen.
Like they were hunting.
When they take that little talon and they open that fucking kitchen door, do you know what I'm talking about?
That was one of the moments
I was like, nah, bish. Nah, bish.
And like the shit they're trying to portray is that velociraptors are very intelligent. And to be honest, I don't know the science on that. I don't know if they are more intelligent than other dinosaurs.
I think they were just pack hunters. That's the thing. That's why I think scientists used to think they were really smart, is because like wolves, they hunt in packs and it allows them to be strategic. Yeah. But the thing is, they've got
in family.
Yeah, they're essentially the mafia of the Jurassic Age, or the dinosaur age, I should say. But I don't think that their brains are like abnormally large. I mean, they're definitely bigger than like a brontosaurus had a brain like an acorn girl. That's why she was sweet, because she was dumb.
I wonder if they fight like giraffes fight. Like giraffes will like swing those necks at some fuckers. I wonder if they would do that shit.
I bet so. Just like you do. It's just like you swing your neck and your head's just a battering ram on the end.
Well, my neck is so long and thin and beautiful. I just have so much to work with.
Swan-like would be the word if that was true.
Whatever, I'll take it.
Wait, Littlefoot was a brontosaurus, right?
Yes. Well, he was a long neck.
Wait, and then is there a difference from a brontosaurus and a brachiosaurus, or are they just like essentially the same thing?
Well, one has the regular head, right, and one has the little part that comes up in the middle.
But they're both like long necks, right?
Yes,
yeah. Well, I was just thinking in Land Before Time, because I'm sure it was incredibly accurate. They were fighting with their tails. They were flipping around and hitting each other with the tail.
They got little fat tails.
Yeah, I bet it hurts to knock you over.
Girl, I'm sure it does.
So I have a very emotional story about Jurassic Park. And I want you to both try not to cry and ruin your makeups.
Oh my God, I'm already crying.
Yeah, it's like so emotional.
I'm already laughing.
Okay, you're a horrible, bad person. When I was a small child, we were very poor. My mom was a waitress at a pancake restaurant. And Jurassic Park came out in 1993. So I was all of 5 years old, okay? I've always loved dinosaurs. And when that movie came out, we weren't really like a movie-going family. But I was like, Mom, can we please go to this movie? And she was like, okay, my sweet little queer child, I'm going to give you a gift, okay? And so she asked off work that night. Aww. We got there in time. There was a huge line outside the movie theater. My mom had saved up her little money so we could both go in. And the line took forever to get through, and I was so excited the entire time. And then let me tell you, bitch, this is the bitch of living right here. We did all that stuff. My mom was so excited to see me happy. And then the people in front of us, literally right in front of us, got the last ticket.
That's fucked up.
Girl. And let me tell you, that's when I became a serial killer. I killed everybody in that theater.
Oh my God.
That's not true, and that's not funny, actually, because that has happened. But
it did make me really sad.
I know, but I was very upset. And my mom cried too. It was so sad.
I feel like it's mostly sad because, like, we know your mom so well, and I bet she was so devastated.
I know. She just wanted to take me. But we went the next night and saw it.
Yeah.
I don't remember going back, though. That's another bitch of living. I remember the trauma of not getting in, but the next night.
Ain't that how it goes?
Like, I don't remember going back.
You were still blacked out from the trauma.
Girl, the trauma and the murder. I just woke up 2 seconds ago. Who are you both? So just so you know, Brontosaurus means thunder lizard. And
okay, that's immensely helpful. I have learned so much.
Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you, bitch! I'm trying to educate your ass.
Okay, go on.
And it was a real dinosaur, because for a long time they were saying it wasn't real.
Oh, I forgot about that. I remember when that happened.
Well, there have been a bunch of different names for the long-necked dinosaurs, because what happened was we would get like the shoulders of one and the neck of another and the skull of another, and we thought that was a dinosaur. But it was actually 3 different dinosaurs. But anyway, Brontosaurus was a real thing. The long necks that have the little lump above their nose, like I think we saw in the original Jurassic Park, I believe is supposed to be a Brontosaurus. The little lump. And then the nostrils on the lump.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are Brontosaurus. So what's a
Brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus.
Which is a word I feel like I did not make up, you know.
No,
what I'm
that's a
saying?
real thing.
I think the Brachiosaurus is the new version. Let's see. Brachiosaurus is a genus of sauropod dinosaur. First described in 1903. It looks exactly... I think the Brontosaurus is fake.
That's what I was picturing. Oh, I'm so sorry. I put
That's
something
okay.
on his computer.
It just, like, does that.
It's a touch screen because I'm a fancy bitch.
Oh, well.
My touch screen freaks out and I have to keep it turned off or my laptop loses its mind.
Wait. I'm going to search. Is the Brontosaurus real? Let's see what Google says. Brontosaurus stomps back to claim its status as a real dinosaur. So here's the answer. No one knows.
So essentially it seems like there's 2 different sort of similar species, which makes sense because, like, there's lots of dinosaurs that are similar but different.
Yeah, and trying to figure out which species and which genus fits together is a huge undertaking. So, like, no shade to scientists, but Brontosaurus for a while wasn't real, but now they're saying maybe it is real.
Wait, do y'all remember? Because I don't remember how it ended when they were like... There was a while where they were pretty positive the tiny arms on the T-Rex were completely wrong.
Yes, I remember that.
I don't remember where they landed on that, though.
Oh,
I think they decided that it was still...
Oh, did they?
A thing.
No.
But I remember because, like, there was a lot of talk of, like, you know, when they do, like, virtual reimaginings of, like, what it could be. And they were like, so perhaps it was. And they took the tiny arms and they made them, like, big and horrifying. Like, can you imagine?
No.
Like, it's the shit of nightmares. Even if it's true, like, we don't need that in our life.
No, it's
like,
so
we
true.
don't
The
need
only
to know.
thing about the T-Rex that made it, like, not want to shit your pants is, like, well, it's got tiny little arms, so I could probably run away real fast, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
With regular
That's what
arms,
makes
we don't have a chance.
That's its only hope of being cute.
Yeah.
Really? You
And
know what I
it's,
mean?
like,
Is the
kinda
tiny
cute.
arms.
Like in We're Back. It's cute.
Yeah.
I just had a reawakening where I just remembered this computer game that I used to play at my grandma's house. So my grandma had, like, one of those, you know, old computers when I was, like, young, like 7, 8 years old or whatever, those big clunky things.
The compacts or whatever.
Yeah, and she had these, you know, PC games. Like, she had a ton of PC games that she bought just for, like, her grandkids. And there was this one, and it was totally, like, a dinosaur world that you could explore. And it came with, like, these little blue and red 3D glasses that,
That's
like,
awesome.
flimsy plastic shit that you just, like, slip on your face. And I totally remember in this dinosaur world, you would, like, do whatever, pick up eggs and, like, do little quests or whatever. But then there was this one, like, level that you could go to where you had to outrun a T-Rex, and you just use your little D-pad or whatever, like, forward button, go, 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 go. But, like, the fucking T-Rex was, like, 3D, and I remember being, like, 7 or 8 and just being, like, horrified. And I never beat that level. Never, ever. And I have no idea what it's called, and it was really formative, and it was awesome.
Just look up T-Rex D level. I bet you'll find it.
Mm-hmm. Look up broke down old ass games nobody's ever heard of.
Just realized if you look up T-Rex D level, you're definitely getting
Porn.
penis shots.
You're definitely getting T-Rex cock shots.
Don't
for sure.
Google that.
Oh, yeah, I definitely won't.
So, I don't... Do y'all think that the original Jurassic Park in 1993 is the best of the Jurassic Park movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Okay, me too.
Easily.
I agree. By far.
Easily.
Iconic, beautiful.
Nostalgia factor, practical effects hold up.
Their practical effects, amazing.
Tug on your fucking heartstring. Great acting. Did we even talk about our Jewish overlord? Our Jewish
Who's that?
Overlord.
Who's
Jeff
our Jewish?
Goldblum?
Oh, Jeff Goldblum?
I honestly thought of Andrew again. I was like, does
No,
he
not
have
that
strong
one.
opinions about this movie?
Fucking Jeff Goldblum.
We love Jeff Goldblum. Have y'all ever seen The Fly? His remake of The Fly?
Only once, and I shan't do it again.
It's like gross out horror.
Yeah.
I
very
can never
upsetting.
find it. I've been trying to rent it like online for years and years. It's really hard to find.
I don't
It might
think
be on
she has
Amazon.
anymore. My mom used to own it.
Tell her to give it to me, Susie.
think she has it
Give me The
anymore.
Fly. But not the clap.
Whoa.
Okay. So here's my thing. I think Jurassic Park is the best. The Lost World Jurassic Park,
That's the
second one. Okay. That one came out in 1997, so 4 years later. I think that one has its good moments. Like, do you remember at the end when the gymnast daughter, who's Jeff Goldblum's daughter, is flipping and she kicks that velociraptor in the face and kicks it through a wall?
I legitimately do not remember that.
It's horrible, but it's also like, yes, it's so good. I die.
The thing about the Lost World, first of all, it's the best naming convention of all the reinventions of Jurassic World. Like, to me, at least it makes sense. And also, I feel like the plot line at least makes sense, right? Like, we had this horrible thing that happened in the first one, but there wasn't, like, necessarily closure, right? They kind of left it open. Like,
they ran away.
You got those, like, badass, like, shots with the T-Rex being like, this is my island now, and the humans were like, okay, bye, see you never. So, like, at least it made kind of sense. Everything since then does not make sense. There's no logic associated with the storylines.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, all respect, but I kind of disagree with that, because I think Jurassic Park 3... they're coming back to the abandoned island to steal dinosaur eggs, which I think greedy-ass human beings would definitely do.
Yeah.
Well, and they'll die just like they did in that movie.
Girl, I wasn't shedding no tears for them. But wait. Before we finish Jurassic Park 2, though, I have to say, The Lost World's what's called, that I know you remember in the scene where the trailer goes over the cliff, and the T-Rex is attacking them, and that woman is hanging by a bag, and there's nothing but glass beneath her. Do y'all remember that shit? It's hanging over a cliff?
Yes.
Because they tried to save the baby T-Rex, and I was like, kill that fucking T-Rex! Do not bring the baby crying T-Rex back to your home!
Yeah, that's just like basic instincts. Like, in no way will that get you further in life.
But it's a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the non-babies came to save it. And what happened? Your whole damn trailer done fell off the cliff. You hanging by a backpack strap. There's a man trying to stop you from falling in a Jeep, and he got his head bit off, and he was likable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so relatable.
Well,
what everyone at home may not know is that when shit hits the fan, Mick Parker's a survivor.
That's true.
And he will leave your ass behind.
I will cut a throat of a baby T-Rex. And I'll put that on record. I will do that.
But it's like, you could have just left it. Like, you didn't even have to slit its throat. You know what I mean?
Well, that's true. But I'm just saying if I had to. Okay, so the second one, The Lost World Jurassic Park. Still okay. Still an okay movie, but like...
They tried to do more special effects, which was a mistake. But, yeah, it's a thing.
And it did have Jeff Goldblum in it. That's a plus for me.
That's always a plus.
Him, you know. Okay, and then Jurassic Park 3. No subtitle, no fancy-bancy, no adjectives even.
They didn't even try.
I guess Jurassic is an adjective park. But still, yeah, just Jurassic Park 3. Came out in 2001. Have y'all seen this movie?
No.
Yes.
Okay, so Sarah, you're missing nothing. Don't waste your time.
That's why I didn't see it.
Straight up. Morgan, what'd you think of this trash pile?
It's literal garbage. It's so forgettable, except for like a few key moments where it's like, but why?
You talking about the pterodactyls attacking out the mist?
Okay, so there's that.
Girl.
There's that. Which actually, that's a legitimate fear, I think. Flying dinosaurs are quite terrifying.
Hell to the yes. There already are gorillas in that mist, and now a pterodactyl comes out?
Yes, girl. They probably got some tigers up in there, too.
Girl.
And what else about that is, like, they went super genetically modified dinosaur situation with, like, a red like T-Rex motherfucker with like horns, and they were just like, oh, he's a blah 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 science whatevers, let's not even explain that. Anyways, it's really scary. Why? Where? And he just came out of nowhere. It would have taken him decades to get that big.
Yeah.
Decades to become a full-fledged dinosaur, but I digress. That's
He's the one that likes to play up in the rivers, right? And he attacks them on that boat. The Spinosaurus, is that what you're talking about? Or maybe there are two. There might be two, actually. In that one.
Well, I think they did have to have two because they were like...
They fought.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they always fight eventually, don't they? Yeah. Okay, so now Jurassic World came out in 2015, so we're about to really get into that. But can I just say, I think Jurassic Park 3 is bottom of the barrel, the worst Jurassic Park that has ever come.
I agree.
And I think even the ones that are coming out, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and then an untitled... Jurassic World 3
in 2021.
2021.
Rise of the Kingdom.
Oh, yes. Girl, you need to move to Hollywood. You got a skill. I think both of those are going to be better than Jurassic Park 3. I think that's the
have to
shittiest
be.
one. Yeah, just trash.
I'm not saying that that's not, I feel like they have so much more potential to make it better because you're right, that movie had like barely a plot and it was like super garbage. But I have to tell you, I saw the trailer for the new Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, whatever, bullshit, when I was seeing Avengers. And like, okay, I was 2 beers deep. I had 32 ounces of beer in me.
Judge you.
But it came on so quickly, so unexpectedly, just dove right into what the story was about that I didn't even have time to process what it was showing me before I was like, what is this hilarious farce of a film? Everything is ridiculous. I was like laughing out loud. Bryce Dallas Howard is awful.
Yeah.
She has no chemistry with Chris Pratt, and that's
More
like
chemistry, period.
yeah. So
Like a robot.
I thought the trailer looked awful. I think the plot sounds ridiculous. I think they're trying to rehash all of these like little bits and pieces of things people like about Jurassic Park, and it's not working. But they did have the biggest at the time box office opening weekend with the first one, so like obviously it's a moneymaker, so they're going to continue to do that. But it's just, where is the plot line? Like there's so much potential. Why is this what they're making? You know what I mean?
Maybe the Jurassic World trilogy will follow the same as Jurassic Park, and like the first one will be the best.
Oh, God.
The second one will be, I mean, I guess it was okay, and the third one will just be trash.
I hope not. I hope not, because look, here's the thing. You know how I feel about like the NFL and sports and shit? We pour so much money into that for what purpose? They're pouring so much money into these movies.
So much.
They need to
money.
make something that is notable in some way instead of just trash. I have to tell you though, as far as what's her name? Claire? What's the actress's name?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Which is Ron Howard's daughter.
Okay. I don't mind her as a person. I think she actually has some charisma. Like when I see her on screen, I'm like, I like you, okay. My problem is,
I loved her in that Black Mirror episode.
which one was she in?
She was the one that was obsessed with upping her ranking on social media.
Yes!
Okay, I haven't seen that yet, so don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't talk
Good.
about
That's
it.
all I have to
So
say.
good. Yeah, we won't
So
spoil it.
good. One of
One
my
of the
favorites.
best episodes. Yes.
Yes, so good.
And she's so sweet and gorgeous.
She was
that.
in The Village too, which I only saw the end of, so never
yes.
watched the whole thing because what's the point?
I just want
I
to
saw
point
the
out
end.
that in The Village, she plays like a blind girl. And so like I was like, oh, this is what she looks like as a blind girl playing a blind girl. And then when I saw her in something else, I was like, oh, that's just the way she looks and acts.
Ah!
And I really mean that because she's just got those like insanely light eyes, and she kind of is a little robot person.
Yeah, I've seen her in a couple other things. I'm not saying she's a bad actress. I just haven't been like really impressed. Mostly because she doesn't do things I love generally. Oh, she was in The Help. She was that bitchy lady in The Help.
yes. I thought
that
she was
ate
good in
shit
The
pie.
Help. Yes.
Yeah, she's good as a bitchy lady.
She does that kind of a little bit off character very well. You know, it kind of like almost like a Luna Lovegood type character.
Yeah.
She does that because that's what she is in
like
Black
a
Mirror.
vaguely neurotic. Yeah.
Because like in these movies, yeah, she's not like Luna Lovegood, but she's a little bit off though. She's
I hate
too
her
business.
in Jurassic World. I straight up
And you know what though, and I don't even blame her for that. And that was my point. They write her as an unlikable
her
corporate
character
shill.
sucks.
She's horrible.
And they never make her likable. That was
Nope.
really strange to me. It made sense at first in the beginning of the movie because then, you know, it's natural character arc.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, no redemption.
No redemption.
0%.
Because you get the feeling in Jurassic World, which came out in 2015, that she's trying to save her 2 nephews so her sister won't hold it over her. I never felt like, I love my nephews. I need to save them for me. Because she doesn't even know them. That character doesn't know it. She hasn't seen them since they were tiny. So it doesn't... It's not ennobling. It's not, humanizing.
I think this is a great time to do a quick 2-minute recap of
Yes.
Jurassic World. So
Hit it.
because we've talked a lot about it, but just so we can move forward. Here's the stopwatch I
Okay.
will give to you.
Okay.
I will tell you what I know, / I took a couple notes, so I'm cheating a little.
Okay.
Okay, tell me when to go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, Jurassic World kicks off with these 2 little shithead kids getting sent to Jurassic World by their mom, who was that lady from Arrested Development that I love with the crooked nipples. Anyway, she's great. She was only in the film because she was a big fan, and she got it anyways. And so they go, and they're going to stay with their aunt, Claire, played by Bryce Dallas Howard, who is the operations manager of Jurassic World, who's a total cunt, which we've already been talking about. And she, of course, hates them, so she shirks off her responsibilities to her, assistant, and she's like, you take care of these kids, take them around. And then they're immediately like, fuck this lady, we're going to, go off and do her own thing. So she loses the kids. They're fucking around. Meanwhile, Bryce Dallas Howard is in love with Chris Pratt, sort of. They used to date, and there's no chemistry, and that's ridiculous. And Chris Pratt is there. He plays Owen Grady, who's an ex-Navy dude who works there raising velociraptors for the purpose of using them for military operations. His boss is Hoskins, who's the military boss, who super wants to use all the dinosaurs, but Chris Pratt's like, no, let's not do it. He's also there evaluating other things, and he looks at the genetically modified Indominus Rex, and he tells them, he's like, oh, dude, this is no good. Okay. He's like, y'all, this dinosaur crazy. I don't know what's happening. Also, where is he? And he goes in to investigate, and then the fucking Indominus Rex comes out and kills the dude he comes in with, and turns out that dinosaur has camouflage, and he can block his heat signatures. Oops, he escaped. What will we do? Meanwhile, Bryce Dallas Howard is like, oh no, where's my nephews? And her assistant's like British, and she's like, I don't know. And so then they have to go on a quest to find her nephews, and while they're doing that,
30 seconds.
Some other shit happens. The assistant gets eaten. All the dinosaurs are fucking crazy, breaking out. Owen is then commanded to use the raptors to track down the Indominus Rex, and then he doesn't want to do it, but then he does. And then the Indominus Rex, you find out, has Velociraptor in it, and then he becomes the alpha of the Velociraptors, and he's like, no. And then they come and they kill everyone, and Claire lures the T-Rex to fight the Indominus Rex at the very end, and so T-Rex tries to kill him, and then at the very end, the Indominus Rex gets eaten by the water dinosaur, and then everyone leaves.
Done! Good job, Morgie! Yes! 2-minute recap for your nerves. That was impressive.
I feel like I saw the whole thing all over again.
I feel like pretty good about it.
I mean, look, that was amazing. And I appreciate you so much for making a point of calling out that Chris Pratt and Claire Bryce Howard Johnson they have no chemistry.
They have, like, the opposite of, like, negative chemistry.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a long time since I've seen two stars together on screen.
Who let that happen? Like, who's the casting director?
I tried to find out if, like, they hate each other, or alternatively, maybe they fucked. You know what I mean? How those things come.
Oh, his marriage did come to an end shortly after.
Queen? Well, I don't know. I couldn't find any gossip about it.
There was no chemistry.
No chemistry.
No, there would be something there, I feel like. Unless he fucked her, or maybe she fucked him. Why not?
Oh, why not?
And maybe then she broke it off because she was like, you're too stupid. Or something.
Ugh,
I just want to point out, I forgot. Did I see the movie with both of you?
Yes. Definitely me. Yeah.
I definitely remember after the movie talking to you, and like all you talked about was how much you hated her and how there was no chemistry.
Well, because it's like such a central plot thing.
Yeah.
Like everything hinges on like will they, won't they? Oh, he's gonna help her because he loves her, but it's like, but does he love her? Like, there are zero signs that he does.
And beyond that, it's just kind of I don't care. Through the whole movie, I was like, I don't give a shit if they get together or not.
Yeah.
And Hollywood's not opposed to replacing people. Like, they've done that even in big movies. So, like, to me, it's really interesting because I feel like there was a lot of feedback on that lack of chemistry. So, like, why did they not replace her with Jessica Chastain, who is a person she looks almost exactly like?
Somebody owes Ron Howard a lot of money favors.
Shit.
Coke debts, no doubt. Well, okay, so here's my thing, though. I agree with that, but I do want to say maybe part of the problem is Chris Pratt.
I'm not saying it's not his fault.
Because I do feel like...
If they're going to replace one person, I feel like it should be her.
Well, yes. Yeah. But I think like he's kind of checked out of this series. I didn't think he was very good in the first one.
He was not good.
I didn't think he was particularly likable either.
Not at all. It's really just that he looked like he fit into the world at least, and she just never really made sense in the movie itself.
That bitch running around in the jungle with fucking heels on, which already is like aggravating, but it's like, it just makes no sense.
If you have ever run in hills or you've ever been in a forest, you know that your ass cannot run that fast in hills in a forest. Now, on concrete is one thing. In, like, mown grass, maybe, bitch. But you're tripping over vines. You got a T-Rex behind you. Your beautiful outfit is stained.
Your heel sinks into the ground with every step you take.
Like, just on principle of that being her work, she lives there. That's where she works. Why would she wear that that outfit, that very clean white outfit, and her heels. Like, there's no rhyme or reason, like, why that would be her work uniform.
But that goes to her corporate shillness. That's the shillness of it all, because she's like, you know what? I'm a fancy lady, and I spend all day in this office taking phone calls. I have no time for my nephews. Like, even though she's surrounded by wildlife and forests, it's very obvious that she thinks she's above that. Which is why she's unlikable.
Yeah.
She's not excited about it. She's literally just a corporate person. It makes me really sad. I do wonder if Chris Pratt, though, returning to him, is maybe a little tired. Because he's doing a lot right now.
He has a lot going on, especially when he was filming this, right? Like, he was fresh off of, like, the Guardians situation, plus, like, he was doing some other stuff, like he made Passengers, and, like, you know, he works out a lot because he had to beef up with the roids. And also, he was very public about his roid use, which I kind of admire.
Sad. It makes me sad, though, because it makes your genitals smaller. I don't know if he knows that.
Maybe he's got a lot to spare.
Is it permanent?
I doubt
so.
it. Yeah.
I don't think so. Huh?
Is it permanent?
I don't know. I
I've
think
never
so, but I don't
understood
know.
the science of, like, how it makes them
I thought it just
smaller.
made your balls smaller.
I thought it made your ballers.
Your
Big
ballers! Let's ballers!
And I always pictured it as more like the skin shrinking or something like that.
Well, it might be. No, I think it's the testicles themselves because they're not
themselves
getting.
shrink?
Yeah, because something to do with hormones.
Does that mean like the skin gets extra saggy?
Maybe.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Like nothing but just like a empty sack. The balls are all sucked up into you. And maybe your dick is the same size, but girl, if you got a weird empty sack going on, unless you were born without testicles. If you were born without testicles, we support you here at Beauty and the Bitch.
Yeah.
We do that.
Yeah. We do.
You have to put out PSAs, Sarah Pants. Don't laugh at me. I'm trying to help people through
He
life
wants to
over
be
here.
inclusive. Unless Bryce Dallas Howard is listening, and then we're sorry, girl, but it's just not going to work out.
But call me, because I'm still a fan.
I loved you on Black Mirror.
Okay, a few other irritating things about Jurassic World. Okay. The entire movie is the same height. It is all at a 10. I feel like it goes to a 10 within like 15 minutes, and then it's just 10, 10, 10, 10, 10s across the board. It is also shockingly humorless for a movie starring Chris Pratt. It is not funny.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
Well, and frankly, humor is expected in an action movie. It's like the balance. It's your catharsis through it all.
You have to have it. You need it, because otherwise it feels like this movie does, which is for 2.5 hours. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
There's also the plot is non-existent. There's again, just like we're talking about the earlier star,
So
the
stupid.
Jurassic. Yeah, it literally is just this dinosaur got out because we experimented on it. This man wants to make velociraptor soldiers. That's the fucking plot.
And then the climax is, I let this T-Rex out, he's going to take care of this for us, which was the climax of the first movie.
You did get that, which is, you know what? They make me crazy because the director of this movie, what is his name? J.A. Bayona? He is a horror director primarily, and he said he's going to bring like more horror to this, but he's also specifically said that he wants to engineer more iconic Jurassic Park moments. Okay, I'm not against that. I love spectacle with dinosaurs, but I will tell you, when I saw this Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom trailer, they had a dinosaur stampede. Bitch, I seen it. We've seen that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Okay? They had a T-Rex roaring out and seeming to save everyone. Girl, we just said we have seen that so many times. We've seen too much of that stuff. I want new stuff. Here's what I want. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, they also had this moment in the trailer where, like, because we can talk about the plot of what the new thing is as far as we know, but like they bring the dinosaurs to America and then they get loose in America, surprise. And there's like this scene where like a velociraptor type animal goes into, because the new hybrid animal that everyone's scared of is a velociraptor hybrid in this new one, obviously. And he goes into this little girl's room and he's like got his claws and he's like opens the window. So it, you know, it harks back to opening the door.
Kitchen door.
Yeah.
That sounds scary and good, actually. I'm kind of into
that
that.
sounds really scary.
If it's the same thing with the twist, I'm cool. But having just rewatched Jurassic World, I was like, look, dinosaurs are more than just a stampede or like chasing you all the time and just like coming. I feel like I'm tired of the kind of dinosaur spectacle that's just, this is a scary CG image. Now it's going to run at you with teeth and claws. I want like something more. Like what if they engineer a dinosaur that started to develop more consciousness? Kind of like,
did you? Like We're Back?
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like We're Back, but like scary and real life. Like I would be into that. Kind of like, what was that movie about the robot woman that came out recently?
Ex Machina?
Like Ex Machina with dinosaurs. You know what I mean? Put a twist on it that is modern and means something, as opposed to just, it's a volcano now too.
Yeah. So let's talk about the plot of Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you know what it's about, Sarah? Okay.
Oh,
I'm excited
girl.
to find out.
So, and we can do this together. But essentially, this movie is set 3 years after Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the people vacate and abandon the island just like they did in the original trilogy. And dinosaurs continue to roam free. But there's an impending volcanic eruption on the high.
What?
Yeah. And so fucking Bryce Dallas Howard, who didn't give a shit about the dinosaurs before, has like created essentially this like dinosaur nonprofit. And she's like, let's save the dinosaurs. And she's like approached by some people that want to do a rescue mission, like with her foundation, I guess. And so she recruits Chris Pratt because she's like, oh, you have to save Blue, who was his favorite velociraptor / the only one left in his pack at the end of the last movie. And so she convinces him to go back or whatever, and they go with a team to quote unquote rescue the dinosaurs, and then they bring them back to America. But then it turns out she got played, and the people she was working with wanted the dinosaurs for their own reasons to like test and mutate and also sell them basically on the black market. And so then they're like faced with that, and then oops, of course they escape after they're in fucking America, so now they're just like running loose, and then there's like additional mayhem, and then probably at the fucking end of the movie some T-Rex bullshit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the new
I'm
thing,
already offended. I don't want to see
I
that.
know, it makes me mad.
the new big scary like hybrid dinosaur is called an Indoraptor.
Is it an indigo raptor?
It's
It
just
better
purple.
be.
Ooh,
Just
glitter.
a purple dinosaur. I
Mini
love it.
scarf.
Okay, here's how I feel about that. These are my feelings. I'm inspired by an extinction level movie, right? So we can't do like a meteor, right? Which is what we think killed them originally. But like a volcano gives us an idea of like how would dinosaurs react if there was a huge like world trauma. I think that's interesting. What I am 0% here for is seeing dinosaurs in cities again. We did that already in the Lost World Jurassic Park. Wait, is that the one? Yeah. Or is that the third one? Anyway, we did it, girl. I've seen them in New York.
I just feel like we created dinosaurs, which we obviously shouldn't have. We clearly had to clear out an island's wildlife to put them there. And then we left them there to do their own thing. And the Earth said, this ain't supposed to exist. I'm going to throw a volcano and just kill this shit off. And for some reason, we were like, wait, no, we have to save these motherfuckers now.
3 years after we were like, girl, bye.
Right? Ran our
They're not
asses
supposed to be
away.
here. Just let them die.
So
Like,
I have questions about 2 plot holes, which not shocking. Okay, so in Jurassic World, the flying dinosaurs were loose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's just like flying dinosaurs. They didn't stay on the island. They can go where the fuck they want.
didn't
They're
the
flying
military
dinosaurs.
people kill them all?
All of them?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I
So
blacked
maybe they
out.
did. And then my second thing is like, what about the water dinosaurs? Because couldn't they just go
Well,
be
they were
in the water?
They were in water within the island, though, right? Because then they'd have to find a water pathway from there to the
I
ocean.
think that one real big one was in a bay that
I
been...
think because I
fenced off.
feel.
It was. You're right.
And also that real big one in the water was one of the highlights of that movie because
Yeah.
every time you saw him, he was like jumping up and eating something, and then he did kill that scary dinosaur, which was like dope. And he ate the fucking like lady. He ate the like British assistant, which at the like when it happened, I was like, should I feel bad or like joyful because it was also really great.
Well, like at that point of the movie, I think that's when everyone was just kind of laughing because it was all just so ridiculous.
Just overload. It was just a lot. I mean, well, a lot of people, Sarah Pants, were in the theater laughing, but I don't know if you were laughing.
I was laughing.
Can you share with us, Sarah, an honest and genuine reaction that you had to watching Jurassic World in theaters? This is very serious.
Tell us, baby.
You know what? I've been wondering when a good time to bring up my thoughts on Jurassic World are. Let's go back to Jurassic Park, where clearly everyone who was making the film and also in the film and the writing of the film had a real respect for the dinosaurs. There was clearly love there. Even the scary bad guy dinosaurs, they were clearly impressive, and we respected them for the predators that they are. In this new movie, everybody's just in it for the money. They're just making weirdo hybrids, just doing fucked up shit to these dinosaurs.
How's that make you feel?
And then when things go a little bit wrong, they just started killing them all.
I know.
They just started killing all the dinosaurs, and they weren't all evil.
Oh, poor baby.
Sarah.
So
There's
emotional.
a baby Triceratops. Do you remember that one?
That's real fucked up, huh? That's real fucked up.
And the military was coming in, and there was the dinosaur boy.
Oh, when he picked him up?
No, he just shot him out of the sky all casual, like it didn't matter.
Well.
Okay, so I don't know
I
if y'all
expect
can...
the emotions to come back.
Sarah is legit crying right now. When we watched this in theater, I was sitting next to Sarah,
so
and Sarah
dumb.
sobbed through the end of this movie. Sobbed.
Because they were just killing them all, Nick.
The animal cruelty against these CGI dinosaurs was too much for Sarah.
Too much.
You know what, though? This is a reflection on society and the lack of respect for our environment and the creatures that live within it.
It so is, which is the
Snaps for
whole
that
point
girl.
of the Jurassic World trilogy.
I
It's an
think that's a big part.
environmental movie. You know what else it's for? Jimmy Buffett making cameos. Y'all
Yeah,
remember he was
yeah.
out doing the margaritas? That was tight.
When those flying dinosaurs attacked, he said, I need 2 margaritas. I'm a runaway hunched
That's
over.
really, I almost wondered if they even meant for the entire ending section to be funny. Because then they had that like weird little funny Margaritaville cameo. And then that's when all the big dinosaurs are just killing everyone at random.
It was a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
You know, I do think it's possible that this movie would have been funny before producers and editors got a hold of it. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
the high 10 level I was talking about, if it had been funnier, that would have been okay. And I wonder if... Who directed this one? Oh, it's Spielberg. Didn't Spielberg do Jurassic World? I'm pretty sure he did.
I
I'll
thought it
double
was
check.
that guy that you just said. Boy,
No.
what's his deal?
No,
oh,
he's
the new one.
He's the upcoming one. I've got it right here, though. I've got it right here.
I cannot remember.
Oh, no,
For the life of me.
I was wrong. Forgive me. Colin Trevorrow?
Oh, yeah, that
Trevorrow?
fucker.
Do you like him?
I literally have no idea who that is.
Okay, let's see what he's done.
I'm sure he's very nice.
Well, maybe he had made a
I don't
funny
know.
movie and then it got destroyed by... He did Safety Not Guaranteed.
Oh, I loved that movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
That movie was good.
See, that almost makes it... I almost wonder if he didn't really get a say in who the actors were then, because that is a weird but perfect love chemistry. That was a
So
very
well.
specific casting.
Mark Duplass.
Yeah.
April from Parks and Rec.
April from
What's
Parks
her name?
Oh,
and Rec.
I
I
love
don't know her
her.
name either.
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey
Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there were way too many hands in this pot.
Yeah,
also,
and it
was poorly
often is
written
that
and they wanted
way.
to kill all the dinosaurs for no reason.
And you know what? It's like you said, the writing is something you can't get around. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, even if they had traded out that actress, which I think probably they could have got someone at least that he had better chemistry with, but you're absolutely right that the character itself was written in a garbage way. So that sucks. But I will say there in the trailer for the new one, there's like a pretty extended scene where she's like trying to recruit him to go back to the island. And they have this whole like quip back and forth where he's like, oh, who are you dating now or whatever? And she's all shrill. She's like so shrill. She's like, we're not here to talk about my love life. And he's like, I bet you're dating an accountant. And it's like literally makes me want to kill myself. Like it's so like when they were on the island, sure, he didn't have any choices. She didn't have any choices. They were the only choice essentially. You know, there wasn't a lot of people. And
Except
they
for
lived there.
yeah. Well, okay, not the
now they're in
tourists.
the real
You
world.
know they
Yeah.
get wild and get drunk at night on that island.
Oh,
and
you
weird
know.
things happen.
Definitely.
Just like when
Yeah.
you be going to a Ren fair and you be like, girl, I know they get nasty here at night.
You know.
I just want to point
You
out.
know.
I don't know if you heard. Well, we went to the Renaissance Festival and we were all having a really good time and we're making friends with everyone. And then at some point into the day, Mick's just looking around and he goes, oh, I bet all these people are having sex with each other at night. And he just like got himself so upset thinking about it. His rest of the day was ruined.
You're normally so happy when other people are getting some.
Yes, that's true. I'm very sex positive. The problem was, it's a dusty, hot, sweaty environment.
It's a disgusting environment.
These people, there's not showers around for them to use. So I'm not coming for them. They were all very sweet, but there's a certain filth level in a long-term Renaissance fair.
He's worried about yeast infections.
Okay.
I'm big time worried about yeast infections. I'm worried about just general slime and sludge that is made when really sweaty, dirty, greasy bodies come together.
I'm understanding your concerns more.
Yeah, I can paint a picture for you, girl.
I see.
Let's talk about what happens to a pair of testicles if you've been wearing armor all day. That's like encasing eggs in a metal pot and then boiling them for hours.
Yeah.
They're hard boiled. You cut them in half, there's going to be a yolk in the middle.
Are you saying your testicles literally get harder?
No, that's not true. That's not true, but just imagine sweaty balls. That's why it's grossed out.
Sweaty balls?
Sweaty? I like a big batch of sweaty balls. Okay, so I did want to let you know, this is a bright spot. This is silver lining. Bryce Doward Howard Johnson. She has said for sure that, quote unquote, Claire is prepared this time. That means no high heels in the jungle.
That means cleavage.
Oh, you might be right about that.
Yeah.
You might be right about that.
Give them nothing.
I'm fine with cleavage as long as she's not wearing high heels in the jungle.
Girl,
That's all I care
I'm
about.
actually same. You know what I mean?
Chunky sandal.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys heard about the drama that's going around right now. There was like a leak at Warner Brothers like quite a while ago, and a bunch of salaries got revealed, and there was a couple of high-profile shenanigans about pay gaps between men and women. One really big one that people were really upset about was Claire Foy, who plays Queen Elizabeth in The Crown on Netflix, made less than her co-star Matt Smith, who played the husband of Queen Elizabeth. And obviously it's her show, she's a star, and she made less than him, which Netflix rectified and like matched her pay, but only because they were shamed into doing so.
And also only matched?
Yeah, they matched it.
She's the star and he's a happenstance.
The excuse that they gave is that Matt Smith was a Doctor Who, so he has like a certain like whatever, he's more famous than she is. But
people
also
aren't watching the show for him.
It's the Queen. It's the
Also,
fucking crown.
I know Claire Foy. I don't know Matt Johnson Bryston Hughes.
That's just Matt Smith.
Yeah, I don't know him. I never heard of him. So.
Yeah, he's a Doctor Who. I mean, he does British shit. Anyways, so that was one, but there's like some other dramas and two pay gaps. Well, one pay gap that has surfaced is between Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. And he, it turns out, was making $10 million for this new movie, and she was only making $8 million. And I guess they're kind of like 50-50 co-stars in this new film, so people were like pretty pissed about that.
That one I don't care about. But he's a much bigger name.
Yeah.
He is, that's for sure.
And he's also
Much
definitely much stronger. Like we just said, you could take Bryce out of the film and we would be happier.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of drama going around right now. Like if you like Google Jurassic World or like whatever, it's like almost like the first thing that pops up because people are like in this whole movement to like just get pay equality or whatever.
Which is it's a good movement to support. In this case, I'm like, well, maybe we do a 9 million, 10 million. I just feel like Chris Pratt brings a lot more to this series than she does.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same way I felt about, what's her face for her Netflix comedy series. Did y'all hear about that? Monique. Monique was going to do a new Netflix comedy series, but they were paying her like a fraction of what,
Dave Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle, thank you so much. Like what Dave Chappelle was getting. But in the similar way, I was like, okay, I love you, Monique. I'm not coming for you because I don't want you to come for me. I'm scared of you. But Dave Chappelle has been gone for 10 years and the tension has been building. And the Dave Chappelle show was like an amazing, iconic cultural thing. Monique has had those things, but she is nowhere... The level of popularity is not equal.
Yeah.
So now, is that because of sexism? Maybe. I mean, we can have that conversation, but I just feel like Chris Pratt deserves more.
Well, really, you pay as much as you really want them to be there. And Chris Pratt, obviously, is the heart of the movie, even if the heart is rotten. But yeah, so then like her being the lead of the show, I already forgot her name. Claire Foy is obviously going to be the lead and heart of that show, so obviously they should want to pay her the most to keep her, you know?
Yes, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Well, the weird thing is about that is they're doing this like anthology situation with The Crown where she did 2 seasons and now they're jumping forward 10 years and they've recast everyone.
Are you going to be the new queen?
You know, they wanted somebody older and I'm just so youthful.
Does that make sense to you? I think Morgan just had a stroke.
Cricket sound.
All I know is 2 motherfuckers in this room are 30 and 1 motherfucker's in her 20s.
I prefer male pronouns generally, but thank you. I'm 22 and perfect.
I'm 30 and I'm so glad to leave behind the 20s.
I hear you.
They were a tension-filled period.
Queen. I'm going to tell all your dirty sex stories right now. Go.
I wish you would.
First of all,
I really wish you wouldn't. Because
Well-
I love to tell them. First of all.
answer me this though, y'all. If Jurassic World existed, like the one we just saw in the last movie, shit ain't got down yet, would you go to Jurassic World with me?
You know, it's funny that you had mentioned this before, and I was like, yeah, I would definitely. But you know what? I forgot the environmental concerns I have. Because really, they would have to wipe out the native population of an island in order to put these dinosaurs here. And then there is always going to be the problem of invasive species. You can never fully contain anything, and these are species that are not supposed to be alive, period. I can't even imagine what they would do. But in conclusion, I'd probably still go, yes.
I would want to go. Now, I imagine it's going to be probably pretty pricey, so it would be like a thing to save for. I definitely wouldn't want to be in like the first round of people because I do have so much skepticism because of my exposure to the Hollywood situation of Jurassic Park. So I would maybe wait a little while, see how things go, maybe try to win some free tickets. And I think I would probably go eventually, but I would have to really reason with myself that it's how I wanted to spend my money. Because I haven't even been fucking Disney World because I'm it's too expensive.
No. Well, but girl, all they got at Disney World is rides and people in costumes. I'm talking about dinosaurs.
Well, yeah, you could see them, but I feel like it would turn into a SeaWorld situation.
Yeah, where it's you can't get too close.
Well, it's really popular at first, and then the trainer's abuse starts coming out, and all the suspicious dinosaur deaths, and, they start making hybrids with toads and cuttlefish.
That's why you got that, but that's why you gotta go to Jurassic World Park, whatever, the theme park, before you find out all that shit, girl. That's why you gotta be early, because soon enough it's gonna be ethically ambiguous.
We did have many good times at SeaWorld before. We can never
Queen,
go again.
of
So
course.
true. I used to love that sea
We went
lion
several
show.
times.
Girl.
I fed the sea lions all the fishes.
Yeah,
I
you
love
did.
that steel eel roller coaster.
I love to wait outside the steel eel roller coaster for you.
Yeah, she didn't like it.
It's usually next to the penguin exhibit.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Mick? If Jurassic Park opened tomorrow, are you first in line or are you thank you?
If I can afford it, I would go immediately. I share both of your concerns for the environment and for safety, but here's my thing. We might have an apocalyptic scenario tomorrow. I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, girl, that sounds amazing. That's a life dream for me. I will go and fuck the consequences. Because as a world, we're saying fuck the consequences anyway. Global warming is out of control. Trump is backing out every deal we ever done made with anybody on Earth. So it's the world's gonna end, so I want to see some dinosaurs first.
I will say a part of me really wants to work there and be the Chris Pratt. I want to train the raptors. I think it would be so fascinating to work with dinosaurs.
It would be.
You would look really badass with a scar down your face too. Not real bad, not life threatening, but just one.
Yeah.
That
I can give you one of those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, and the fanny pack that you gave me. What?
She just threatened your beautiful face.
I'm still putting together my outfit to go with my scarf.
Oh no.
I'm picturing a loose white t-shirt, few dirt stains,
Oh,
cargo pants, but they fit me really well.
Oh, yeah, they do a lot for your back end.
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot
really
for
cut
my back.
And high heels.
And high heels, obviously. And a
Naturally.
chunky heel, though.
Yeah, from Destiny's Child, I'm a Survivor music video
Yes.
shit.
I'm actually just going to wear the outfit for my super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to need
Sports
2
bra.
additional people, and I have got you, girl. We're there for you.
I'll
You're
be
gonna
one of
be
your
my
backup
Michelle?
singers. I'll be your
I
Beyonce.
can be Kelly.
You can be Kelly.
All right.
You gonna be my Michelle? You got long hair.
I'm your Beyonce. Get in the back.
Okay, you go train them raptors then.
Okay, I'll do it. I saw that clicky thing Chris Pratt had. He'd be like, click, clack, click,
Oh,
clack.
you know what? Actually, if anybody's being Chris Pratt's obviously Sarah. She's the only one
Yeah.
who's like equipped to train velociraptors.
Yeah, it's legit.
Yeah.
It has to be you. But I'm not going to be Bryce Dallas Howard Johnson. I want to be... Ooh, I want to be the youngest child. I like that kid. He's a nerd.
He was. He
I
was
like him.
great.
He's a cutie. He's just like the younger brother in the original Jurassic Park. In
Yeah.
fact, again, sorry, the exact same sibling roles. Exact same sibling
Yeah.
roles. So,
Very similar.
I'm sorry,
Boring.
I'm not going to be this person, but I will just say the animal behavior explained in the movie was atrocious. That's it. That's all I'll say. Okay, I'll say one more thing. The raptors meeting what the hell was it? The omnisaur, the big one, the big white one, and being like, "Oh, new alpha."
mm-mm.
You can't see I'm shaking my head right now.
But she's like, mm-mm.
It's bullshit.
That's
okay,
not
we'll
the
move
way
on.
it works. Okay.
I mean, is it though? Have you met an omnibus Rex or whatever it was?
An omnibus.
You never know until you meet him. That's all I'm
That's
saying.
true.
that motherfucker's half cuttlefish. You don't know what
They
to
will
do.
all do that.
He
Girl.
will shoot a spike at you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's obvious that we have feelings about Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I guess a really great question is, will you still be seeing this movie?
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably even going to go to the theaters just because I enjoy doing that.
I
but
would go to the theaters if like one of y'all invites me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put together
effort,
the group,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're still going to give them our money and they're still going to make their billions. So we should still expect that third one in 2021 or whatever, right? It's definitely going to happen.
It's going to be called Jurassic World: The Lost Park. That's what they're going to call it.
Shut the fuck
I'm just
up.
mushing up that's what they do is just mush
It
up old
probably
titles.
is, though. This is a hot take, mixed predictions.
Jurassic World: The Lost Park.
And when can they see Fallen Kingdom? Do you know what day it comes out?
Bitch, I don't know. I thought you were in charge
I
of
think
that.
it's like June 21st.
I can look it up real fast.
Well, while he looks that up, be sure to see it or don't see it. Like, honestly, we don't fucking care. But be sure to follow us at all. Oh, June 22nd? I was so close.
You were.
Be sure to follow us on all the social medias where you can see us bitching about this and other things. We're at B&Bcast or search us out Beauty and the Bitch. Definitely check us out on YouTube.
Our YouTube channel is blowing up. On a video last week, we got 4 views.
I
Oh, Sarah Pants, thank you for supporting us. Oh my gosh.
And I was 3 of them.
Look, as long as I have you 2 and 4 views, that's all I need.
That's
in the
all you
world.
need, girl.
No, actually, it's going quite well. All of our podcast episodes are up there except one.
Oh my
And-
God.
It's just true. I don't want to lie to the people.
I don't know why.
And our Witcher 3, Let's Square Witcher 3 series is coming up every Tuesday and Thursday. We're about a third of the way through the game. So shit's getting real. And I definitely lowered the difficulty setting because I just couldn't. I was dying so often. It just became too much for me. It was too much editing. I was literally dying so much that it was too much editing.
That's
so
fair.
now we're playing on the next to hardest level.
Nice.
And it's a better fit.
Yay! And you can find that just on YouTube searching Beauty and the Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all up in there. You can follow me personally at Morganized Mess on the gram. And check out my website, morganizedmess.com.
Or Skag Hole on Next Stoop.
No, it got, there were a lot of complaints.
What?
And it got deactivated.
I loved your Skag Hole
I
series.
was one of the complaints.
Oh, good for you! Affecting
Yeah.
change in your world.
Well, we'll see what we can bring back. Sarah, do you have anything that you want to plug? Something in your general life? Or how much you love us?
Well, the pressure's on. Ooh, it's gotta be something good. So I'm currently watching Jane the Virgin, as we were talking about.
So good. I can't wait to see the new
So
season on
good.
Netflix.
Ooh, and I looked it up, and season 4 on Netflix is not the final season, but there's rumors that season 5 will be.
I can be okay with that.
I can be okay with that too. It's had a really good
Yeah,
run.
and the seasons are long.
Yeah, and there was a period where she lost her virginity, where it kind of lost its magic, but it's got it back. So I'm like,
And then
so
like
that
somebody
good.
dies, and then things change a lot. I'm not
We're
gonna
not
spoil
gonna say
it.
who. It's Jane.
Jane's dead?
Yeah, she's a bird. She's a dead virgin.
That's how she dies.
Oh my god.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, blue balls is a real problem in
I
America.
keep telling people on the street that.
Yeah, you should.
But they won't listen to
You
me.
should really stop.
I
that.
try to give them, I try to show them, but they don't like it.
So you're watching Jane the Virgin?
Yeah. Also, per your plug at one other episode, I don't remember when, I started listening to My Favorite Murder. It's so good. It's so good.
That shit is climbing the charts.
Yeah.
Someone at work, one of my good friends at work, brought up My Favorite Murder to me last night.
It's in the top 10 on iTunes chart, like charting pretty frequently
It's
the last
bipping
couple
and
weeks.
bopping.
Yeah, people like it.
Do you remember at one point you asked me who would be who at my job on Parks and Rec, and I was like, oh, I know this one girl who would totally be April. Well, that girl who I adore walked up to me a few days ago and was like, hey, do you like murder? And I was like, I was like, what? I don't know. I was like, there's this podcast you should really listen to.
Aww.
Aww.
And wait, then did she say Beauty and the Beast? Because we don't really cover murder. I don't get it.
Not yet, we don't.
It got weird. It was a weird conversation.
Let's kill Sarah.
Wait, but when you whisper, you like quieter and not directly into your microphone.
Let's kill Sarah.
Okay, well, we're going to work on that
I
later.
have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
And
So
she'll
I've
never
got
be
some
back.
good plugs. While Sarah's pissing and pooping.
Okay,
Yes.
don't put our business out there.
Are you doing both at the same time? Can you
Right
do that?
now,
Can
yeah.
people do that?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that. Anyway, I not the
either.
exact. I mean, in the same sitting, yes, maybe, but like at the same time, like both sets of muscles working, I don't think I have. Anyway, so I recommend. If you've enjoyed all this dino talk, they're acting like they don't piss and shit at the same time.
No, we're acting like we do. I'm like, what world do you live in?
I guess it's the dick world.
Everybody from time to time, not all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you really have to do both at the same time and you just let it loose.
No. I recommend returning to some classic childhood movies. The Land Before Time is on Netflix. I think it might also be on Hulu. Came out in 1988, the year of my birth. It shall go down as the most glorious year in all
Mine
of
too,
humankind.
the year of the dragon.
Okay, it was an up and a down. And The Land Before Time, if you haven't seen it recently, is actually, I'm not even kidding with it, it's like an art film. It's stunningly beautiful,
It's like real
heartbreakingly sad, but it's also funny. And it's just a really good movie. It's a classic. I also recommend the often forgotten, but we've talked about it a few times this episode, We're Back, A Dinosaur Story, which came out in 1993. Now
So
this...
good. Wasn't that a Spielberg film, actually? I
Could
think
have
I
made-
think it was like a Spielberg cartoon.
It has a Spielberg feel, so I could totally get behind that. We're Back was on Netflix a couple months ago. It might not be now, but
I
if you
think I
get a
did
chance.
see it was getting taken off.
Oh,
Because I remember
bummer.
thinking, ooh, I want to see it before it gets taken off, and I didn't.
One of the most overlooked movies from the 90s. Really good. Also scary and dark in its own way. But also...
As most non-Disney cartoons were in the 90s. Like,
That's the truth.
Like Anastasia.
My Little Toaster, or what's it
Little
called? Brave
Nemo.
Little Toaster.
Yeah,
Little
all
Brave
that
Toaster.
shit was dark.
Ooh, Rockadoodle. You remember that one?
Now you're just making shit.
No, that was a real thing.
No,
Bob
you're both
Brewster.
trying to be cool.
Was Al
I like
trying to kill
Rockadoodle, but I
everybody?
prefer Biddly Bop.
No.
Biddly Bop's my fave.
Anyway.
I like Swatty Body.
You like swatty bodies?
I like Swatty Body.
Y'all, my plug for this week will receive no definition, but I will link to it in case you don't know what I'm talking about. But I would just like to plug the John Oliver Koala Chlamydia Award.
Is this a real thing?
This is a real thing
I mean, it
in
sounds like something John
Australia,
Oliver would do.
Right.
dedicated by Russell Crowe in honor of John Oliver. And I will not explain any further, but feel free to Google it or check out the link I do.
John Oliver Koala Chlamydia Award.
Ward
In
a hospital.
Oh.
That's one of those things that's so hard to say. I'm concerned I can't spell it either.
Yeah, you're stupid.
I'll
Well-
be like koala with a C.
I'll give you the same advice I always give you, Sarah Pants. When you're at this juncture, just give the fuck up.
That goes
I have to
for
use the bathroom.
everyone listening. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sarah.
Thanks for having me.
We loved having
Once
you.
again,
We love
it's
you.
just because I miss you guys. I want to hang out with you guys. more
Oh,
Well,
we'll
hey.
be free 6 months from now for another episode.
often. I can't wait.
Yay! It's a date. All right. Until then, babies.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Girl, bye.
Sarah.
You're done.
Do you have a home? Beauty in the Bitch.
You
You look
in the bitch.
Bitch, Beauty in the Bitch.
Beauty in the bitch.